Thank you. Mr. Amaya, can you take roll call, please?
Yes, sir. Mr. Ruben Trevino is not here. Mr. Donald Henderson is not here. Martin Castillo,
Present.
Jesus Amaya, I am here. Ms. Sandra Garcia,
Present.
Ms. Letty Quintero is not with us tonight. Mr. Sierra,
Present.
Dr. Gonzalo Salazar,
Present.
and Ms. Casey Fuerte.
Present.
Thanks, Chair. Okay, Roman numeral 5, public audience, we have nobody signed up, and Roman numeral 6, public comment, nobody signed up for that. Go to Roman numeral 7, district reports. I turn over summary of proposed budget for fiscal year 2024. Dr. Salazar.
Mr. Castillo, this evening we present to you a follow-up summary of the proposed budget for the fiscal year 2024. At a recent budget workshop, we presented this information, but at this time I'm going to turn it over to Mr. Rosadula for highlights of the proposed budget summary.
For President, members of the board, again, the summary of proposed budget that you see before you was the same one that was presented at our board workshop. There have been no changes. We're still working through the process. It does initially have an increase of 4.8 in additional revenues, but in comparison to last year's budget. And the main difference in that really comes from the increase in our appraised values. I did receive, an additional, an update on the appraised values, and the changes are minimal. And I only bring that up because as they're still going through the process, then being the Cameron Appraisal District, they are going through the process of everybody's protest. And so that's why initially they provided, an update at the end of June. But the difference that I saw from the initial one to the second one was 800 million. And overall, the 800 million, even though it sounds like a huge, variance, the overall, the difference as far as what it changed from the initial to the second was 2% difference. So we are still, in an area in which those appraised values are in essence going to have a higher tax levy. So in essence, there may be additional tax collections, that we may have as a district. And so the state aid may end up reducing overall because, the way it works is they being, TEA and the funding of the foundation money is the more tax collections that we receive, in essence, means that the less state aid that we get. And so overall, what we are seeing right now is there is an additional increase within our local revenue, and the impact that it has in our foundation payment, which is our state aid, is of about $1 million less. So what we still need to do is ensure that we finalize what the appraised values are going to see, and the final in regards to the appraised values will end up being at the end of July. And so those final appraised values end up being submitted to TEA, and once we submit those appraised values, they in essence give us what the compression is going to be, as far as our overall compression. And once we know that overall compression, and we assess what the INS is required for us to pay, then we're able to adopt the tax rate. The adoption of that tax rate will come in August, and by then we'll know a little bit more information in regards to where we are in regards to our revenues. The initial proposed that we did provide to you is at a deficit, and that's one of those things to where, based on the additional request that we're trying to ensure that we can fund, it is coming at that deficit number. But like I have explained, is we really haven't finalized our revenues. And so that's one of those things to where we are in essence trying to balance the budget, and we are trying to move forward to be able to be in that place. The only other thing is our enrollment. Our enrollment, we are seeing at a 1% decline as opposed to other years, and that 1% decline is, again, to ensure that we can still remain conservative. But funding-wise, we are funded based on ADA. So even though we do project a 1% decline in enrollment, the initial funding-wise, is based on our average daily attendance. So based on average daily attendance, that is the number that we are using to project. And so that's the only other thing and the only other factor that comes into play in relation to this proposed summary budget. But we are going to continue to work on it. We will continue to give you updates in regards to that as we try and finalize and tweak this number.
Thank you, Pablo. On the expenditure side, we continue to crunch numbers and working to either towards a 2% or 3% pay increase with some adjustments at the campus level. We remain attentive to the legislature, even though the regular session is over. The first special session that was called by the governor was at a deadlock on tax compression. I believe today the House and the Senate came to an agreement on tax compression. So as recent as this past Friday, we heard that a special session on education would not take place until September. The fact that they have come to an agreement may move a special session up from what was discussed this past Friday. So we may have to move forward without any action from the legislature, but we will keep our ear to the ground and keep you informed. Does anyone have any questions at this time?
Any questions from the board?
No, not from me, sir. Thank you.
So if, I have a question, just to say they adjusted, we will come back and adjust our budget as far as,
What our hope is that we'll get clarity, and if not, we'll have to move forward without any decision from the legislature.
yeah.
But we have until August 24th to bring you a final recommendation. So we'll continue to monitor and continue to do our part until we have a recommendation, a sound recommendation. We're going to spend the better part of what's left of this week doing our due diligence.
Thank you, sir. Moving on to a consent agenda. I believe I have a total of 1 through 26, items number 1 through 26. If anybody wants to pull something, one of these items out, please let me know right now. If not, can I get a motion to approve consent items 1 through 26?
Mr. Chair, I move to accept consent agenda as it is written.
Thank you, Mr. Shep. Can I get a second?
I'll second, Mr. Castillo.
Thank you, Ms. Garcia. Got a first and a second. No questions on this? All in favor to approve consent items 1 through 26 as written? Please raise your hand. Motion passes 4-0. Okay, we go to Roman number 9, action items. Action item number 1, discuss and take action to approve a declaration that certain district vehicles are surplus and authorize administration to dispose of said vehicles as appropriate.
I'll move, Mr. Castillo.
Ms. Garcia moves.
Second.
Second by Mr. Shevin. Is there a first and a second? Any questions? Comments? First and second, all in favor? Approved, 4-0. Action item number 2, discuss and take action to approve budget amendment number 11 for fiscal year 2022 and 2023. Motion? Mr. Maya?
Mr. Chair, I move that we approve budget amendment number 11 for fiscal year 2022-2023.
I'll second that.
Mr. Sarah seconds. We got a first and a second, all in favor? Raise your hand. 4-0. Action item number 3, discuss and take action to award agreements, contracts for child nutrition services, kitchen equipment to Mission Restaurant Supply. Motion?
Right here, sir. Mr. Chair, I will, this thing's a little bit loud, but I can just talk above it, right? I approve to accept the line item number 3 to award agreements, contracts, child nutrition services, kitchen equipment to Mission Restaurant Supply.
Thank you, sir. Got a second? Mr. Meyer, thank you. We got a first and a second. Discussion? No discussion? All in favor? Raise your hand. 4-0, thank you. Number 4, discuss and take action to accept substantial completion of Resaca Middle School buildings C, D, and F. I need a motion.
I'll move, sir.
Ms. Garcia,
Yeah, I move to accept substantial completion of Resaca Middle School buildings C, D, and F.
on the second.
I will second.
Mr. Sierra seconds it. Discussion?
Just a comment, if I may, Mr. Chair.
Yes, sir.
That's outside the pictures that y'all sent us and the detail in whomever, I don't know who does.
Gomez Area Science.
Man, that was just amazing, and they pick up on little tiles and every little thing, and they document everything on the punch list, so thank you for that.
Thank you. It was very thorough.
Okay, we got a first and a second, no little bit of discussion on this, but all is good. We'll take a vote now. All in favor? 4-0. Number 5, discuss and take action to approve transportation incentive program for the 2023-2024 school year. Need a motion? Mr. Maya?
Yes, Mr. Chair, I move that we approve the transportation incentive program for the 2023-2024 school year.
Okay.
Second.
Mr. Sierra seconds it. Any discussion? There being, we don't have a first and a second and no discussion. All in favor to approve? Motion passes 4-0. Item number 6, discuss and take action to approve the 2023-2024 district goals. Do I have a motion?
I'll be here. I'll make the motion here.
Mr. Sierra?
Yes, Mr. Chair, motion to approve the 2023-2024 district goals.
Thanks, sir. Mr. Amaya?
Sorry.
There'll be the first and the second. Any discussion on district goals? No discussion. Need an action to approve district goals?
Gotcha. There we go.
Motion passes 4-0. Number 7, discuss and take action to approve out-of-state student travel for the 2023-2024 school year. CTE Distributive Education Clubs of America, DECA, Anaheim, California, April 27th through 30th, 2024. B, CTE Business Professionals Association, BPA, Chicago, Illinois, April 25th through the 29th, 2024. C, CTE HOSA, Houston, Texas, June 26th through 29th, 2024. D, CTE Skills USA, Atlanta, Georgia, June 24th, 2023. Yes, sir.
My apologies, sir, it's a typo. This should be 20.
Oh, yes, that's correct. Got me there. Correction on that, CTE Skills USA, Atlanta, Georgia, June 24th, 2024. Need a motion?
Mr. Chair, I move that we approve out-of-state travel for the 2023-2024 school year has been posted and has been read tonight with that one edit of 2024 on item D.
Thanks, sir.
And Ms. Garcia raised for the second, right?
Yeah, I'll second.
Thank you, Ms. Garcia.
Thank you, Mr. Silva.
There'll be a first and a second. Any discussion with the correction, 2024? All in favor? 4-0. Item number 8, to discuss and take action to approve the revisions for the pay grades on job clarifications for the 2023-2024 school year.
I'll make the motion to approve the revisions for the pay grades and job classifications for the 2023-2024 school year.
Thank you, Mr. Citro. Second, Mr. Maya. There being a first and a second, any discussion? There being no discussion, discuss and take action to approve revisions for the pay grades and job classifications for the 2023-2024 school year. All in favor? Motion passes 4-0. Item number 9, take action to approve the proposed athletics stipends for the 2023-2024 school year.
I'm up, Mr. Chairman.
I got it. I move that we approve the proposed athletic stipends for the 2023-2024 school year.
I'll second.
Thank you, Mr. Maya. Thank you, Mr. Sidra. Got a first and a second discussion. Our discussion to take action to approve proposed athletic stipends for the 2023-2024 school year. All in favor? Four zero unanimous. Number 10, discuss and take action to approve the proposed music department stipends for the 2023-2024 school year. Motion.
I'll move, sir. I move to approve the proposed music department stipends for the 2023-2024 school year.
Thanks, ma'am.
Second by,
Okay, Mr. Chairman.
Thank you, Mr. Sidra.
yes, sir.
We got a first and a second discussion. No discussion to take action to approve proposed music department stipends for the 2023-2024 school year. All in favor? Item passes 4-0. Discuss and take, number 11, discuss and take action to approve perfect attendance incentive for the 2023-2024 school year. Have a motion?
Yes, sir.
Mr. Mayor?
And surprise our superintendent. I move that we approve without editorial comment either. Well, I guess I just did. I move that we approve the proposed, I move that we approve perfect attendance incentive for the 2023-2024 school year. No questions.
I'll second that, sir.
There being a first and a second discussion, no discussion, I believe. Discussion has already, comments already been made. Motion to take action to approve perfect attendance incentive for the 2023-2024 school year. All in favor? 4-0. Number 12, discuss and take action to approve the substitute salary schedule for the 2023-2024 school year. Any motion?
Mr. Chair, I will move on that one. Motion to approve the substitute salary schedule for the 2023-2024 school year.
Thank you, sir.
I can second.
Thank you, Ms. Garcia. There being a first and a second discussion. No discussion. Action to approve the substitute salary schedule for the 2023-2024 school year. All in favor, raise your hand.
I'm gonna abstain.
Mr. Amaya will abstain. 3-0-1. Okay. Number 13, discuss and take action to approve superintendent's personnel recommendations for the following positions for the 2023-2024 school year. A, teachers. B, counselors. C, assistant principal. D, GT coordinator. E, bilingual director. F, programmer/analysis 2. Yes, sir?
Mr. Chair, I move that we approve superintendent's recommendations, personnel recommendations for the following positions as you have read and as has been posted for the 2023-2024 school year.
Second that motion.
There being a first and a second. Any discussion? No discussion. Action to approve superintendent's personnel recommendations. All in favor? 4-0. We welcome all the new teachers to our Falcon family and Los Fresnos family. Welcome to Los Fresnos CISD. Can you please stand and be recognized? and we'll be over there to congratulate y'all in a little bit. So we're going to go to closed session, sir? We are going to go to closed session. Closed session pursuant to Chapter 551 of the Texas Government Code, including but not limited to the 551.071 and 551.074. Time is 6:43. We are in closed session. It is 7:05. We are back from closed session. As we move on to announcements, roll number 12.
We have, as you can see, members of the board, we only have one announcement. We are already seeing the need for maybe a special call meeting on Monday, July 30th. We have some personnel recommendations. Principals are lining up some personnel recommendations tonight. We hired one of our principals to become our bilingual director. We need to replace that principal, and it's getting late in the school year. But so we may need to come back.
You just say when?
I'll check with y'all and see, and I'll see with the sense of urgency that the HR office may have. July 17th, maybe a week from today, or July 30th. But I'll check with you individually to see what your schedules are like.
I'm here till,
You're good?
till August 4th.
Okay.
Monday's good.
Oh, great. Okay, thank you. Those are all the announcements we have.
What about you?
I am great. As long as
August
it's
will
not-
probably be fine.
Okay, there being no further business, I adjourn this meeting at 7:07.